Okay, let's get this music on. Okay, starting with some little whistles. Do, 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 do. Diddle do, 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 do. Okay, I got my it's not a Fitbit anymore, it's an Apple Watch, Karen. Okay. Let's turn that down a little bit. Okay, so plan for today is an interval workout. So have all of your, let's see, weights and tubing and chair nearby. So we'll do a little combo, then we'll break into some weight work, come back to do some movement patterns, back to the weight work. So it goes this way and that way. So if you just joined, have all of your toys nearby. And also have your water, and we're going to be doing intervals, like I just said. So as you work, pay attention to how things are feeling. So if you need to modify, don't use the weight sometimes. Don't do the jumping options. We need to warm up, so let's get up and get going. Let's step and tap from side to side. So belly is in, chest is up, and I'm mostly talking to myself about that. And just let your arms swing and be aware of if you're on carpet. Put the heel in front. So music isn't too fast today. That means you can have a little more time in thinking. Okay, make it a low kick. Don't worry about the arms, mine are just swinging. You can do what you want. Tap your toes straight out in front and push your arms straight back behind. So waking up our shoulders, stretching out our ankles. Change the tap to the side tap. Open the arms. Begin moving those arms. See how your shoulders are feeling today, then you'll know what size weights to pick up. Tap your toe behind you. So you lean a little forward, you tighten through the tush. So we know this warm up, could almost do it in our sleep. Glad you woke up though. So I changed this to a reverse lunge, gentle, so I step back just a little. Hip distance apart. Front knee bends, but it doesn't shoot over my ankle. It stays above the ankle. And as your hips allow, you step a little further back. You can hold on to something if that's a better way to do the reverse lunges. My back heel is not touching. The leg could be straight or bent. So let's do one more and hold the right foot back. Drop the heel, lift the heel. Swing the arms just in front of your chest. So you may wonder, why doesn't she raise her arms all the way up here? Because it tends to bend the back in a not so great way. It's not that you can't do it. Two more. And then hold the heel down and hold your arms back behind. And make sure you're grounded with the front knee bent and the back leg straight and the feet parallel. Reach back, grab the hands or lace the fingers, and see if you can straighten the elbows so that it brings your hands up off of your back. So it's kind of wobbly. Then as you put the hands on the hip, bend the front knee a little bit more. Now that may begin to open the front of your thigh, but if you wanted more, you're going to raise the back heel and bend the knee and push a little bit more and lift up a little more. So depending on how tight you are, will depend on which variation works for you. Sometimes the arm. As I lean forward, I'm going to put the other foot back, parallel, drop the heel, lift the heel. This time bring those elbows up. When I go forward, bring the arms forward. When you drop that heel back, open the arms back. So we want to make sure everything is warmed up through the ankle. I have a neighbor here in the desert from Oregon who has an Achilles tendon issue. Usually those issues come because too far, too fast, too soon. So let's hold that back heel down, and this time with the front knee bent and the legs parallel, tighten in through the belly and broaden through the back. Again, maybe a little challenging for your balance. Go ahead and put the hands on the hips. If you bend the front knee a little bit more, make sure that back foot doesn't turn out. And then as you bend the front knee more, the hips go as your body stays upright. So you bend the knee and you feel more perhaps. If you want, raise the back heel. Make sure the chest is up. Sometimes an arm lift can be helpful. This one's good for me, so I'm doing it. And as I release, stand with your feet wide, toes slightly apart. So I'm going to push my hips over. This foot can stay down or the toe can come up, whatever makes sense to you. I know you're going to want to fall forward, so stay upright, hips go out, and this is where you want to feel. Inner thigh. Now let's go the other hip. The hip goes out, the leg straightens. If you want, you can lift the toe. Carefully you haven't fallen forward. All these are really good for us. If all we did was this, that might be something good to do today. All right, as you stand up, hamstring stretch. So if you had something nearby, I've got a little footstool here. I could elevate the leg. If you don't have something nearby, just put the toe up and back the hips up. It's just that you have to go a little further forward. Switch the legs. So you want to feel from the back of your glute all the way into your knee, sometimes even down into the calf. All right, a little bit of balance as you stand on one foot. The other ankle can circle around, or you can hold it up. The other side. So it can stay on the floor, or if you want to work on the balance. If you do a little balance every day, your brain will get used to finding its balance, seriously. Okay, let's start with a step and a tap. So we'll just do this a few times. It's not going to be much thinking. We go two-step and two-step to your right. Now you can circle the arms. So this is my base, and I'm not crossing the feet. Be careful not to step on your own foot, as sometimes will happen. You can get a little loop-de-loop, a little glide. You can keep those elbows low, or you can make the full arm. So you're trying to focus on warming up the shoulders, engaging your core, and coordinating. This is it. So grounded and small, or lifted and large. And pay attention to your breath. Told you you wouldn't have to think. So pay attention to how you feel your body is warming up. We'll do 4 more, and we're going to pick up some moderate weights. 4, 3, 2. All right, pick up some moderate weights or a can of beans. So this is a twofer. You can always do it from a chair if you'd rather. So my feet are hip distance apart. So what will happen is my right knee will come up and my left knee will come up. As you do this, try not to tip. And you may not have a mirror to see that you're doing it, so just remind yourself not to. Whichever leg comes up, so I'm going to have my hands here. Whichever leg comes up, the opposite arm presses into a shoulder press. Remember, that's out here, not necessarily right up over your head. Okay, so zip your zipper. Modify where need to. Let's go right and left. So sometimes what happens is your body looks for an easier way. This is one of the ways that it thinks it's easier. Leaning back. Just make sure you're not leaning back. And if your shoulders fatigue, minimize the overhead press. Keep the knee working. Just try and straighten the elbow if you can. Blow when you go. When your waist comes down or your hand comes down and touches your shoulder, let it remind you to relax your neck, because you're going to feel this if you do this. So relax, relax. Last two, last one. And rest. Put your weights down. Okay, back to one step heel raise. One step heel raise. I bet you can guess where this is going to go. It's going to go to a little vertical leap. But if this is all I wanted, I can always come back to this or keep it. Lift, lift. So I'm just doing a little in-between, step together, 2 feet jump, vertical leap. So I'm lifting, but I'm not really boosting. We'll save that for the very end. So if you saw this from the side, it would be that. So it's almost a jump. If your shoulders fatigue, bend your elbows. Work with a shorter lever. So less thinking, more doing. Ooh, baby. Okay, the last eight are going to be jump it high if you can. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get up. 6, get up. 7, get up. Last one, get up. Walk around. Feel free to grab water if you need it, and moderate weights again. Okay, so I'm going to stand with one toe up. Did your heart rates go up a little? That's good. So I'm going to stand with one toe up, and my hips are going to back up. Now with my waist at my pocket and my hips back, I have loaded the standing leg. This is the standing leg, this is the extended leg. And with my hands here and tip forward, I keep pushing my hips back. And my elbows stay closed rather than veering out to the side. So I'll do this on both sides, straightening the elbows, bending the elbows where the hands just come back to your pocket. Keep your chin up. So element of balance, can you feel that? Try not to swing the waist. Make them stop. Squeeze the elbow straight. Zip your zipper. I'm just talking to myself here. So not as long on this side since we're doing two sides. Last 4, 3, 2, stand up. My hope is that you felt the standing leg glute, a bit from your core, and of course the back of the arms. Other side. So now I'm going to stand. This is my tricky knee. Put one toe out, hands at your hips, back up your hips. It's almost like you're doing a hamstring stretch. Elbows in, let's do the kick back. Hardly any weight on that leg in front. Load into the heel of the standing foot. I really worked my triceps yesterday, and they are reminding me of that today. If you get tired, alternate the arms. Let's finish out 8 more. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and last one. Carefully set your weights down. Keyword, carefully. Okay, so I'm going to do a step, cross, lift my leg up, step, cross, lift my leg out to the side. Step to the right, cross over. Step to the side, cross over. So use your core. Lifting that leg is from under the leg, from under the leg. Right, cross over, lift your leg. Do you have enough space without kicking anything? Be careful. Step and cross and lift. Step and cross and lift. So I'm being very attentive and mindful to the placement of my feet. Then I invest in that lift of the leg for my effort part. You getting it? Side step, crossover, lift up that leg. Lift up that leg. And you may think that doing it this tempo is easy, rather than going faster, but it's actually harder because you've taken away the option for momentum. Now I'm going to try and go a little faster. Whether you choose to do the faster speed or not is up to you. But here I go. To the right. Step, cross, lift. Step, cross, lift. Step, cross, lift. Get up. Step, cross. You gotta hurry. It's a straight leg lift from under your thigh. Step, cross, lift. You can go back to slow anytime as we finish it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3 is the kick. Last 2. Okay, grab some heavy weights. Grab water if you need it. Okay, you're just going to hold them by your sides. Raise and lower your heels. You can do this feet together or feet apart. If you can see my feet, I'm going over the ball of each one of my toes, not letting my foot roll out. Look what that does with the rest of my leg. So I just want to do this with my heels going up and down. And with heavy weights, it's going to feel a little different. So squeeze your bum, squeeze your belly, squeeze everything. Ready or not, heels go up and down. Head up, chest lifted, ankle squeezing. It'll prevent you from rolling out onto the pinky toe side of the foot. As you come down, try not to come down and bounce. So you want to control coming down, eccentric contraction for the calf. Squeeze your bum, it helps. So I'm going to go a little faster. You can keep this pace, up, down with my heels. Stand tall. You're holding the weights softly, not squeezing them too heavy. Should be feeling your calves. Can we do one more set? 8, 7, 6, I'm getting tired. 5, but I'm hanging in there. 4, 3, 2. So I'm going to put the weights down and stretch the calf. Some people feel they need to put their hands on a wall or a chair or something. You don't. You just need those feet parallel. And you can have your hands here. You want to sink down with the back heel as you lift up with your spine. Feet are parallel. Switch legs. So you sink the heel down, lift the chest up. Should feel a little better as you hold that static stretch. Okay, might feel a little tight in your legs. This one is a tap to the side, tap in front, tap to the side, tap and back, step, back, step. Let's try it to the left. Slowly tap front, cross over in front, cross over and back, step, go back. Again, slowly, side front, side back, cross back, step together, left foot. Again, you may feel like going slow isn't that much, but there's an element of balance where you don't use the momentum and you become very clear-eyed on where to put your feet. Now, option, instead of tapping the floor, you can lift the foot. You can lift the foot. Same thing other side. If you try this, and as you lift the foot, it doesn't feel right, then you go back to the tap in front. So it's either a tap or a lift, and you go. Let's do one more. Side, side. It always starts to the side. A little bit faster. Side, front, side, back, step back together, and other side. So this is my grounded. Doesn't require much balance. I still want to be careful where I'm putting my feet. I don't want to run into furniture. If I wanted to do this, I could do that. So you get to choose. If you wanted to maybe spring it, lifting your heel, jumping together, you could make it a little more springy. Hup, hup, hup. So you may notice that little jump is like what we did in one of the earlier parts. So things will show up again. If you need to slow the pace down, feel free. Hup, back, and hup, back, and. Couple more times. Last time. And grab some one heavy weight. So this is my sumo squat, which we haven't done in a while. Let's see if this is okay for my knee. So if you were to do this and pretend that your back was against the wall, your head would be against the wall, and you bend your knees without sticking your bum into the wall. So it's like you're leaning against the wall, and you go down and you come back up. I don't need to be at the wall, but here is what you're aiming for as opposed to this. Now how low you go, I don't know. This is about your hips. And if you decided the weight wasn't appropriate, you could always set that down. So the feet are apart. The elbows stay straight, they don't bend. Keep your back up as you go down. See how far down is, and then as you come up. So I'm going down, and I'm coming back up. And I'm monitoring my knee, because that's my iffy spot today. And I'm doing it slowly enough that I have the time to figure out how far down is good for me today. Sumo squat. But we don't have to wear the sumo outfits. So you feel that heavy weight pulling you down, and then you pull it up without bending over. You stay up with your back. Push down into your heels. Take some of the pressure off the knees. And you can keep this tempo. You want to go as deep as you have been going. Let's try a little faster. I may opt for the slower, although this is going okay. Hold it down for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, coming up. 1, 2, 3, coming up. Don't bend over. It's not this. It's this. A couple more of holding. Squeeze your bum when you come up. Okay, you can either do 4 more slowly down and up or 8 fast. If you're going slow, you got 2 more. Okay, let's go put that weight down. Ooh, I'm going to grab a sip of water. So we're going to do a step that is going to be combined with what we did last time, this one. But this is just the other one. So the step forward will be step. It's almost like the Charleston, but there's no kick. It's just step and tap to the front, step back and tap to the back. And that's the base step. If you want to snazz it up a bit, a shuffle instead of a step. So it's a 1, 2, 3, step with your left, back with the right. I've switched your legs, that's okay, we're going to do it on both sides. Stay here, march. So we'll go back and do the left leg, left touch, or shuffle. So you need to have a bit of space to travel forward and back on. Now there is a pivot turn that you might want to do on occasion, not necessarily every time. So when my right foot steps forward towards you, I'll actually put weight on it and pivot. Then I'll do the chassé forward with my back to you and pivot again. It'll always be the right foot in this instance. But if you just want to keep doing this and watch, and I'll show you. So I could do this. Again, it's a step, pivot on the right foot, chasse, pivot on the left foot, and then I'm back with you on the same foot. So if you didn't do the turn, we'd still be together. I wouldn't say you do it every time, but maybe on occasion to spice it up. Okay, march in place. Let's try the other leg. So step forward with your right foot, tap your left. Now if I was not doing the shuffle, but I thought I might like to do the turn, I pivot, step, and pivot. You want to try that without the shuffle? Step forward with your right foot, pivot on the left, step forward with your left, pivot on the right. Do you have to do that? Nope. Here's the shuffle. Sometimes the little shuffle can help you keep your balance, which is why instinctively before we crash to the floor, our body tries to do this. It's looking for some balance rather than just stepping and not being able to control it. So let me show you the pivot. I pivot on the left foot, turn, pivot on the right foot, and turn back, no turn. So not everybody is a turn person, but if you do turn, it's pretty good for keeping your vestibular challenged. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Turn or don't turn. And march in place. All right, grab some tubing and we'll be back to that, so don't forget it. Okay, I'm going to stand on my tubing. Make sure your tubing is in good order. There's no big holes in it. I think I'm good. If you don't have tubing, grab weights. 1 foot, securing it, or 2 feet, depending on the strength of your band. When you're in your band, sometimes we end up like this, so make sure you get yourself upright just to begin with. Roll the handlebars into the palms, and make sure the elbows are completely extended. Then you're going to bend the elbows and release the elbows. We're going to go at a slow speed as you determine if 1 foot or 2 foot is better for you, or if you prefer the free weights. And focus on your form all the way up and all the way down. I still see all sorts of funny variations. I guess nobody gets hurt, but I just question how complete they're able to do that bicep curl. So the first few, there aren't many muscle fibers being used. As those poop out, we get into some of the deeper bicep muscles in the belly. And we're going to take the tempo a little faster. You can always do one arm if that's better. Here I go. Up, up. Control the down with or without the tubing or the weights. Now your body might try and help by pulling back, so don't let it do that for you. If you're tired, do one arm and the other arm. Looking for that fatigue sensation. Two more. Now if you have tubing, make sure the band is slack before you step off. That's safe. Hands go around, thumbs go down, grab behind, straighten those arms. Doesn't that feel better? Okay, so here's the two things together as you're stretching out those arms. It goes side front, side back, 2 step, step forward, step other side. Step forward. Let's do it together. Right foot side front, side back, step back, left foot forward, left foot taps. So this is our base move. There are ways to make this a little more. So let's kind of get that foundation, side and front and side and back and step and back and step and step up. Side and front and side and back, and then you tap your left foot so you step up with your left. Side tap. Right foot up. So if you want to keep that side tap on the floor, you keep it. I'm going to grab the foot as it taps up. Tap. And up. Side tap. You can touch in front or lift it up. Here's where I add the shuffle. Right foot shuffle. Other side. Shuffle. There's, I put a little pop in it there. I put my little jump in. Side front, side back, step back together, left. So you know at some point I'm going to do that turn, yes? You don't have to, you can just watch and then consider it. I'll only do it once on each side. Go. Step up. Side tap. If you're going to do the turn, there's no dilly-dally. So see, I didn't do it each and every time. I just do it occasionally, just for fun. And you go forward, optional turn. Left foot. Come up. Side and tap. Come up. So we're going to play with this so you can get it and feel confident. You better straighten up, fly right. So this was kind of fun, don't you think? Side and front, side and back. Side and tap. Then go. And up. Couple more. Be bold. So this doesn't raise the heart rate high, but it should move it up a little on the numbers. Okay, so we're going to go with our chair. Bring the chair out. And you're going to need one weight. One weight. And you'll put your hand either on the seat or on the back of the chair. Just realize chairs can tip over. If you have a counter, you can use the counter, but you'd want your hand to the side on the counter like this rather than in front because you're going to be leaning forward. I don't need for you to bonk your head. So let's figure out which is going to work best for balance. So let's just say this is your right hand. You want your left foot in front. This is stability. When I walk in opposition. So when we get standard set up, we want to be balanced. As I shift my weight forward and my arm down so that there's nothing in front, nothing to bump my head on, my arm will go out. At the same time as I lower my chest, my back leg comes up. And depending on you, this standing knee may bend or may be straight. So two things happen. Leaning over so that you become a letter T and come back up. And if you wanted to challenge yourself and not use anything, you wouldn't have to hold on to anything. Now, I don't have a weight, but I'm going to get a weight. I'll probably use a moderate weight. You could use really heavy. So get your setup. We'll do it on both sides. So remember, whichever hand is going to be down for support, you're going to be lifting the opposite leg, because that gives you the balance. Then as this arm goes forward, you're going to drop it down. Now you can come back up. If you're using the seat of the chair, you'll need to maybe grab the back of the chair, because it's going to be hard for you to come up and still hold the chair. So you can let go, which is more challenging. Or you could use the back of the chair or a counter. All right, so you have your right arm, the weight is in your left arm. That means the left leg is back. Okay, as I lean out, so I make a straight line with my arm and my leg. Let's call it a T. Two more. Sit here, zipper. Good. Check your blood pressure. So you may be just turning around. Whichever hand is holding, that's the leg that's lifting. And then the weight is in the other hand. If you have a shoulder issue, you do not have to extend the arm. We go all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Can you do 4 more? Sure. Okay, I'm going to bring my moderate weights over to the chair. I think I might be using them again for my core work. So let's go a little bit for the chest with the tubing. So you got your tubing, I'm sitting on my tubing. Feel free to stand up. If you're at the chair, you're sitting at the end of the chair. Let me turn this volume down a little. I need a new cover for this. I can't feel my buttons. It sounds terrible. I can't feel my buttons. All right, so tubing goes behind you. The alternative for not using tubing is using your weights, but you need to be on the floor, so you can press the weights directly above your chest while you're laying down with your knees bent. But since most of you have tubing, I assume this is not going to work, so I need to grab both the handles and the tubing. Or you can wear the handle like a lovely bracelet. Sitting or standing tall, and I would say if you're standing, split those legs so that you don't end up wobbly. So anchor your shoulders. Let's do the first few testing. How much resistance? How much resistance? Going up in front of the biggest part of your chest cavity. Now I think I could do a little more, so I'm choking up. And I'm taking these slow. So I relax my shoulders, I fully straighten my arms, and I bring the palm of my hands together. Same thing if you're using free weights. The only thing different is if you're on the floor, you probably have your hands this way, and then you come up this way, and then your palms go down. Because we're doing the tubing, I can just leave my palms facing in. Okay, I'm going to go faster for several. Get your kicks on Route 66. Relax your neck and shoulders. Now, if you're feeling more shoulders, think of bringing your hands maybe more across to recruit more from your pecs. There's a way for you to feel this more, and there's a way to feel it less. Last 8. Zip your zipper. Last 4. Ooh. I'm done. If you're on the floor, come on up in the chair. We're going to do the sunroof. I don't need any weights. I don't need any tubing. I need to understand the mechanics of a sunroof. So here's your sunroof. It doesn't start pulling from the front. The mechanism is in the back, and it drags the sunroof back. And that's what we're going to do with our rhomboids. So if I were to turn sideways for you to get a better view, it becomes this. So you initiate with the muscles in the back, and this is why we're not holding any external resistance. We've kind of done enough for the shoulders. So as I sit tall, belly in or standing tall, draw the elbows back. Let them float forward. I already did my chest press, so I don't need to push the hands forward. They just release and float back to their start point. Squeeze and blow. So you're engaging your abdominal wall. Blow, shh, as you tighten through that abdominal wall. So it's quite windy here in the desert today, and the birds are having a rockin' good time, riding those air currents. I don't know how they don't crash into things, but I'm not a bird. Now I'm going to do 3 tugs, then I'll let them float forward. 3, 2, 1, relax forward. 3, 2, 1. You're working those upper backs. These are our posture muscles. Don't raise those shoulders. This ain't this. And you breathe. Last one. And relax. Now, you should be upright. This should have corrected any roundedness that maybe you tend towards. Let's leave your left hand down the side. You can hold a weight, which is why I have my weights here, but you don't need to. I could hold a weight. It just makes a little more work, but if you have some back considerations, not doing any weights is absolutely fine. Because you want the function of being leaning over. You know, you go out to dinner and you put your purse there and you lean over. Unless you go to the fancy restaurants where they bring you a little hook that you hang it on. So with or without a weight, let's put it in the left hand. Right hand is here, or if you can manage behind the head. What makes the difference is if you, to get the hand up, you had to put your head forward. So if you can stay up and get there, great. If not, this is fine. You could be standing. It's 2 counts to laterally lean and 2 counts to come up. And I say blow when you come up. This is one of the functional things that our obliques perform for us, as well as rotation. Now you want to be lifted out of your pelvis. If you're seated, you want to feel light, not heavy. So you have as much space in your spine to safely perform this lateral lean. So I won't go any faster than this. I don't see the need for it. This is already a vulnerable part of our body for most of us. So I wouldn't do that to you. And my arm just stays straight. I'm just using the dead weight, not using any other muscle to help bring it up. I'm going to do one more. Okay, pause, shift, and right away you should notice a change when you took the weight out of the hand if you used a weight, as your body doesn't have to hold on to that weight in your back. So let's mindfully set up on the other side. Zip the zipper nice and tall, hand in hand, other hand down. We begin. So the question might be, when should I breathe out? And I'm going to let you figure that out, play with it, and see which one is the best for you. So it could be going down where you need to have the most support as that weight pulls you over. Shh. Or maybe it's hard to bring the weight up, and so you want to go shh to help bring the weight up. Both of them, I think, have valid points. If you feel more vulnerable going down, that's when you shush. If it's hard for you to come up or you feel like something's potentially being compromised, shush when you come up. If you feel your head is starting to drop, take the hand off the head so you can keep that upright position. Shh. So this strengthens both the front and the back. Well, it's the obliques in the front of our body, the erector spinae, the long muscles that parallel the spine, also have to work asymmetrically. Last two. And I'm going to safely set my weight down. Okay, how about we come on down to the chair and do a little time with ourselves, and then we'll stand back up and do a little balance. So I'm going to sit and spin. I have my hands on the lap so that I can really lean out without putting demand on my back. Do you have to do that? No, you could put your hands up here. Just notice how it feels. You could put your legs together, lending a little more support and more challenge at the same time. All right, go the other way. As you're moving, identify what's happening. I'm never just doing something because the teacher is doing something. I'm always trying to evaluate it for myself. What is the benefit of this? Where am I feeling it? And I'm going to just do a little twist here, look back. Then I'll go the other way, just a itty bitty. Okay, so I'm coming into some balance. Have your chair or countertop nearby because you might want it, but you don't need it. So this is movement. So I always labor under the idea that we don't lose our balance just standing still. Now there are legs that break because they're just already brittle, and oftentimes the leg will break and then the person falls and then their hip cracks as well. So you can't really prevent that. You got to pay attention and know what's happening with your bones. But I think in terms of fall prevention, we want to prevent ourselves from falling, and I'm never falling over just standing still unless my bone's cracking and causing me to. So I usually trip or stumble or cross and step on my foot, and then I have to find my balance. So that's a long explanation of here's what I would do with a light finger on one side and the leg is out. So I'm going to move the leg to the front and to the side and to the front and to the side. And you see I was showing a bent knee, but if you wanted to do it with a straight leg, that's okay. It's the movement of the leg that's going to challenge your balance. So you could start with the chair and then maybe let go of it. You're going to feel a lot in your standing leg because we always do. Okay, pulling up, moving the leg in front and then to the side. Now, if you wanted to let go. So your body is never sure. Where is she stepping? Is she going to step in front? Is she stepping to the side? What is she doing? And you can play with the tempo. You can get there and pause. Then you can swing it front and side, hold it to the side. You can play with it. Kind of unexpected movement is what we're looking for. And that's usually what happens right before we tumble. We're not really paying attention, something changes in our gait, and then off we go. Oh, my ring closed, yay for me. So So we're working our hips, but we're also challenging our balance, using the chair or the counter if you need to. A couple more. All right, let's rest. Stay where you are. Let's stretch that hip flexor. Lifting the leg in front makes it strong, but now we also want it stretched out. So foot goes back. I'm going to bend the knee, push my hip forward, lift up my chest. This is our traditional way of opening the hip flexor. Now, because I have a chair here, I can take the outside arm of the leg that's stretching and lean over. This should feel lovely. Keep your chest up. Big opening on the right side of the body. Release, lean forward, get thee to the other side. Same application. Whenever you're ready. Don't be surprised if one side seems a little easier. You see, I'm doing an irregular pattern to really challenge my balance and breathe and let my body figure it out. Use the chair if you need to. So my body runs rhythmic. So with the music in the background, I might be tempted to want to go to the music, and my body tends to feel that better. But if I change the pattern, it's unexpected, it gets confused. We should confuse ourselves safely. Feeling the working leg and the standing leg. Woo! Oh, the wind is whipping up out there. And let's call it good so we can go to a stretch on this side. My goodness. So the back heel is up. My knee bends just a little. I push my hip forward. We know this. I lean back a little by lifting up my chest. And because I have the chair here, open up this arm and lean forward. You can moan and groan. Now you can sit in the chair to do your hip opening, or if you're already up and you want to put two hands on and then place that ankle up above and sit back. That feels kind of good. Gotta be careful of my knee. So you could do it standing, or you could do it seated. Oh good, don't need to go back to that. Is that still? See you later, alligator. Did you do one leg? Do the other leg. Okay, I don't need to go back to the beginning. Did you do both sides? Ah, always so good. So we've gotten into March. Did you even notice that we got into March? Are your taxes filed? Yeah. Well, there's that. I know some people who got theirs done a while ago. Good for them. I'm getting there. I'm really close. Okay. So circle the wrist around. You may be standing, that's fine. And let them go the other way. And then bring the arms in front. And then bring the arms behind. If you're sitting, grab the chair. If you're standing, just hold it up here. And as you let go, we get to applaud ourselves. I get to applaud you. Please drink the rest of your water today. Go enjoy whatever it is that you're going to do for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. And I'll see you when we meet up next.